Welcome everyone to Artful Prayer in December. What we're doing today is a Less is More Christmas. Reminder before we start, you will need a piece of paper and some colored pencils or some markers or some crayons or just a pen and pencil. But if you don't have that, now's the time to get it while I'm doing some quick introductions. My name is Cindy Woodling. I know those of you that are watching it live, but we were lucky to have a lot of people watching it after it was recorded after the fact last month. So some of those folks may not know all of us. I'm a member at First Congregational United Church of Christ in Sarasota. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, master's degree in nursing, and certification in art and healing through Ringling College of Art and Design. So that's why you're so lucky to have me leading today. But I do want to present, I think most of you in the church know this, we have an Advent handout this month called A Less is More Christmas. And we've also got this wonderful poster that gives us activities to do each week. So we're going to use that as inspiration today. And we're going to use two of the activities from the second week of Advent, which is focused on peace. So we're going to do a meditation, a quick prayer, and then that's going to be followed by artwork. So we're going to light the peace candle to start with. And I'm a real klutz, so I'm not using real flames. I'm going to use one that goes in water. Light one candle for peace, one bright candle for peace. God brings peace to every heart. God comes, God comes. And with that, we'll center ourselves, starting with the Advent prayer from A Less is More Christmas. Advent body meditation, or the practice of awareness of body and mind, has been an important spiritual practice for thousands of years. It's a great way, and it has been proven scientifically, to regulate stress, listen to that still small voice inside you, and maybe just simplify the hectic season. So we're going to start with this meditation, try to center our minds a little less away from the hectic season. So I'd ask you to sit back comfortably in your chair. Everybody gets settled in. Make sure your feet are firmly on the ground. Close your eyes, or if you're not comfortable with fully closing them, just soften your vision a little bit. Let your legs and your arms relax. Maybe they fall into your lap or onto the arms of your chair. Start by taking a deep breath in. God is in the air we breathe. Breathe in hope. Breathe out anxiety or sadness. Pay attention to different parts of your body, starting with your feet. How do your feet feel today? Are they hot, cold? Are they light or heavy? Take a moment to notice. Here's what God says about your feet. How beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of the messenger who announces peace. Take another deep breath in. God is in the air we breathe. Breathe in peace. Breathe out anger or stress. Move your attention from your feet to your legs. How do they feel? Are they feeling relaxed, restless, warm, cold, or something else? When Mary found out she was pregnant with Jesus, she ran with haste to visit her cousin Elizabeth, who lived in a Judean town in the hill country. I wonder if her legs were tired. I wonder if your legs are tired. I wonder where your legs carried you today. Take another deep breath in. God is in the air we breathe. Breathe in joy. Breathe out fatigue or sorrow. Let go of frustration. Let go of trying to do everything right. Welcome into your heart more joy, more gladness. Now move your attention to your heart. Place your hands over your heart. Can you feel it beating? Take a breath in. Can you feel your breath making your chest rise and fall? Before Jesus died, a friend of his laid his head on Jesus' chest. Wow, can you imagine that? Hearing the very heartbeat of God. And then Jesus announced one of his quintessential commandments: love one another just as I have loved you. Breathe in love. Breathe out meanness and indifference. Take a deep breath in and out. In and out. God is in the air we breathe. Amen. Now we'll continue in sort of a meditative state. I'd ask you to observe a minute of silent meditation, focusing on peace. During this minute, perhaps you pray a peace prayer. Maybe lift up 3 countries, families, or situations that need extra prayers for peace today. I will let you know when the minute is up. Bring your presence back. Take a deep breath in as you end your prayer. And imagine you are breathing in God's peace. All right. So as we come back to the present from our meditative prayer, which, by the way, is on that Advent calendar, you can do that at home yourself. And if you want, once this recording goes online, you guys can use it to do your own meditation. You won't have to read it yourselves. You can have someone read it to you. So now we're going to do a little more fun artsy part of a Less is More Christmas. So you get out your paper and whatever you're going to write with. And I want you to think about the shape of a Christmas tree. And you're going to write a big Christmas tree on your paper. Fill up the whole piece of paper with an outline of a Christmas tree. Once you get your outline finished, think about your peace meditation and what things you prayed for about peace. And then draw ornaments all over your tree to represent those things you prayed for. Decorate those ornaments any way that you feel is appropriate. Make ornaments for situations you prayed for, countries, family, whatever you prayed for. I'll play some music in the background and we'll take 10 or 15 minutes or so for you to do your drawings, your Christmas tree, and your ornaments. And I will give you a notice before we're closing our drawing time. So have fun drawing your Christmas trees. This is the last song coming up, so you have about 3 more minutes to wrap it up. right, if you would come back. Take a good deep breath as we come back to close this session. The group that is watching initially will have some time for sharing after we close, but for those of you at home, you might want to work more with your image. It comes really from deep places in our hearts sometimes, and you may want to spend more time completing it. Write about your prayers, maybe write in a journal or do a poem. In this brief Less is More Christmas Center session, here, the less is more. You can get that at the church if you haven't gotten yours. We practice the body meditation. That's every week in the Advent calendar there, and a peace prayer. So I hope this has been something that's been really helpful to you in this time that's often very hectic. It's been peaceful and a fun way to get in touch with God's Spirit this Christmas. Remember to come back in January. We will have another Artful prayer session. Watch for information in the church messages, or contact Pastor Wes if you want to have the Zoom link, or you can watch it on YouTube later. So Merry Christmas, everyone. And Wes, we can stop recording.